Artificial devil fruits are man-made fruits designed to give consumers special powers like a natural devil fruit would. The creation of artificial devil fruits is known to have been attempted twice. One such fruit was made by the great scientist Vegapunk but was deemed a failure. It was later consumed by Kozuki Momonosuke and gave him the ability to transform into a dragon. One later, Caesar Clown was able to mass-produce artificial zone-type fruits that granted a variety of animal transformations, which were later given the name Smile. Hundreds of members of the Beast's Pirates have consumed Smile fruits. Artificial devil fruits are created based on Vegapunk's research on how devil fruits affect the user's lineage factor, making practical applications of such effects on the blood. All artificial devil fruits made so far have granted zone-type abilities. However, Vegapunk's and Caesar's development methods were quite different. While Vegapunk utilized the lineage factor of a fruit user in Kaido to develop his artificial fruit, Caesar utilized the lineage factor of regular animals. Thus, Caesar was only ever capable of producing regular zone-type fruit replicas, while Vegapunk's capabilities in this research are indicated to be much broader. Both Vegapunk's and Caesar's artificial fruits take away the consumer's ability to swim much like a natural devil fruit. However, as evidenced by the unusual effects of both scientists' fruits compared to natural devil fruits, producing a normal devil fruit through man-made means is extremely difficult, if not impossible, to the point that even Vegapunk, possibly the top scientist in the world, has not been able to successfully pull it off. Sometime within the last 38 years, Vegapunk developed a fruit by utilizing the lineage factor of Kaido, the user of the nami model. Seiryu. However, the fruit was then deemed a failure and never given an official name. A member of CP0 stated he believed it was fortunate the experiment was deemed a failure, for unknown reasons. It was eaten by Kozuki Momonosuke. It is an apple-shaped fruit with a long stem that curls at the end. It is rather small compared to natural devil fruits, and due to being man-made, its patterning is also different. Instead of swirls covering the fruit, it has ring patterns. While Vegapunk's failed version is light-colored all the way with a long swirled stem, the smiles manufactured through the cooperation of Caesar and Doflamingo are dark with light ring pattern with a short stem. The fruit was intended to have the same effect as the nami model. Seiryu. It allows the user to transform into a pink, serpentine dragon that bears a resemblance to the Chinese or Japanese variety. The user also gains the ability to generate flame clouds, Hamuragumo, that could also be used as stepping stones, giving the appearance of flight. The fruit grants the standard devil fruit weaknesses. Momonosuke's initial usage of the fruit appeared to have several flaws which may have contributed to it being deemed a failure, but all of these have since been shown to be a result of Momonosuke's experience. A few moments after consuming the fruit, Momonosuke transformed automatically, and he claimed that he did not know how to revert to human form. Later, he was shown to be able to accomplish the task, albeit ending up completely naked, which is unlike that of a natural zone. He has since transformed in and out of his beast form willingly while retaining his clothes, and it is unclear why he lost his clothes when he first transformed back into his human form. The size of Momonosuke's full beast form transformation was also much smaller than that of the natural fruit's transformation, barely being big enough to carry a normal-sized human. However, this was shown to be a result of Momonosuke's age, as when Shinobu matured his body by 20 years, Momonosuke's transformation was much closer in size to Kaido's. After achieving the form of a full-sized dragon, Momonosuke likewise gained a massive increase in his strength and durability, as he could easily smash through walls by simply crashing into them and is able to hurt Kaido, in his dragon form, with a bite. He also gained better control over his ability to produce flame clouds, being able to use them fly himself and Luffy at high speed all the way back up to Onigashima from the shores of Wano country. Because of this, it remains unknown why exactly this fruit was considered a failure. Smiles are the artificial devil fruits that were created by Caesar Clown. They are produced by irrigating natural fruits with a special substance known as sad. Out of all the smile fruits created, only 10% of them successfully grant zone abilities to the consumer, and the abilities granted are notably different and noticeably weaker compared to real zone fruits. The other 90% of smile fruits are duds which, when consumed, will leave the consumer powerless but still take away their ability to swim, as well as take away their ability to express any emotions other than joy, which is where the fruit gets its name. These fruits were monopolized by the beast's pirates and consumed by approximately 5,000 members, resulting in roughly 500 successful smiles eaters, known as gifters, and roughly 4,500 dud smile eaters, known as pleasures. An unknown amount of time ago, Vegapunk's research into devil fruits led him to develop an artificial replication of one, using Kaido's lineage factor as the basis for it. However, he then deemed this experimental fruit a failure, despite interest from the world government in the results. The fruit remained in Punk Hazard and, because of Caesar Clown's attempt to blow up the island, was believed to have been destroyed. Sometime within the last 4 years, Caesar developed a method to create artificial zone devil fruits with a special chemical known as SAD. He and his captain Don Quixote da Flamingo mass-produced these fruits in a factory on Dressrosa and sold these fruits to Kaido of the 4 emperors in exchange for weapons. Kaido fed these fruits to his crew to grant them zone abilities, though only 10% of the fruits actually worked. Kaido's ally, Karasumaru, decided to put the leftover dud fruits in the leftovers that the poor resident of Wano country ate, forcing them to look happy all the time. It was this effect that caused Kaido and Da Flamingo to name the fruits Smile out of the cruel enjoyment of such misfortune. A few months before the present day, Kozuki Momonosuke, who had been brought into Caesar's lab as a test subject, was trying to escape when he encountered Vegapunk's artificial fruit. The young boy ate it due to being extremely hungry, and thus gained the power to transform into a dragon. A short time after Momonosuke ate the fruit, the Straw Hat and Heart Pirates formed an alliance to take down Kaido, and to weaken the Emperor's forces they destroyed the production of SAD and Smiles. They captured Caesar and defeated Da Flamingo in the process, causing the latter to be arrested, and thus took away the potential to make more Smile in the future. Vegapunk's artificial fruit was erroneously identified as a smile on Momonosuke's entry in Vivercard, One Piece Visual Dictionary. It's unknown as to why Vegapunk's devil fruit was considered a failure as, unlike Caesar's smiles, Momonosuke has yet to demonstrate any irregularities that could not be explained as him simply either being too young or too inexperienced to fully utilize and control his fruit. The world government may have deemed it a failure due to not yielding satisfactory results in proportion to resources, time, materials, money, etc. spent. This is bolstered by the fact that mass-produced smiles only work on 10% of the people that eat them, and even then, the fruits only allow the recipient to take on animal traits as opposed to normal zone users that can take full control of their form and shift it at will from human to animal, human hybrid to full animal.